It's still not clear whether the Massachusetts voters will get to weigh in on a proposal to repeal the state's controversial casino law. That question is in the hands of the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court, with a decision expected by July. But if the public gets that chance this fall, casino opponents have reason to be optimistic. The group Repeal the Casino Deal says it's gathered 26,000 signatures from people who want the issue on the ballot. That's more than twice the number they needed. Meanwhile, the recent Democratic convention featured unexpectedly strong showings by two anti-casino candidates, gubernatorial candidate Don Berwick and Attorney General hopeful Maura Healey. And a recent poll shows support for casinos dropping statewide. But as the SJC deliberates, the casino approval process is moving forward. MGM Resorts was just awarded a license to build a casino in Springfield. Joining me now to talk about the state of play in the Massachusetts casino fight is Derek Barsakowski. He's the campaign manager for Repeal the Casino Deal. Welcome to Greater Boston, Derek.
Thanks for having me.
So you must be feeling pretty good. You've got 26,000 signatures. You're filing them today.
Yes, correct. They were due by 5 o'clock today, and we're definitely feeling the momentum, and we're very excited.
What is this passion about? What's the root of it?
Well, you know, people oppose casinos for different reasons.
Yes.
But I think the reason we're seeing such a shift over the last few months is the fact that, you know, people are seeing this issue play out in their own backyards, in their own communities, and the application process it's been flawed with different issues and with the Gaming Commission and things of that nature. And I think people are just paying attention, they're reading the headlines, and they're realizing that perhaps this is not as good of a deal as it was made out to be, that it's not adding up. Do
you think people have kind of come to a financial sense that this is going to be a bust, that possibly you're going to have all these resorts and you're going to get all the downsides and none of the up?
Well, I think that's part of it. I mean, when you read a headline that in Connecticut some of the casinos are reducing hours and laying people off, I mean, it leaves you wondering, you know, is this really what it was made out to be? And I think people are paying attention, and the sentiments are definitely shifting.
So if the SJC rules that this thing cannot go on the ballot, then the MGM Resorts in Springfield, they'll get the license the next day. Correct. What would you do then?
I think we're just going to roll up the sleeves and try to launch another signature drive and try to get on in the next cycle in 2016. We're definitely not giving up.
So even, let's say you get on the ballot, even if you do, some of these licenses have already been awarded, like the slots thing. Are you trying to pull that thing back too, the one in Plainville?
Right, so this would stop all the resort-style gambling in Massachusetts, correct.
Except, aren't the Wampanoags poised to jump right in since the approval process has already gone through? Would it apply to them also?
I believe it would, right.
I'm not sure it would.
Well, the way the language is written is it would stop all resort-style gambling in the state of Massachusetts.
But their rights are dictated by federal law,
right,
not state. So the SJC couldn't really rule on that.
I'm not sure how that would play out. I mean, our focus is to stop the three resorts.
So really, if they open one on Martha's Vineyard or somewhere, you wouldn't care.
Well, I mean, we would care. We would probably get involved in that fight as well. I mean, I think it's a long process. I mean, right now our media focus is on what's happening, you know, with the SJC decision and the 3 resort-style casino licenses that are being awarded. But again, this is a group that some of our team members have been working on predatory gambling for decades, for years. So this is not, you know, obviously there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of people that got involved because of the legislation that allows for gambling in Massachusetts. But these are people that are passionate, and I think the fight will just continue and go on.
So one of the issues about getting a question like this on the ballot, it goes back to the old thing. You know, if you would put gay marriage on the ballot, it might not have passed. If you put, you know, mixed race marriages, it might not have passed. You know, so it's an emotional, social issue as well.
It is. It is. Like I said, for a lot of people, there's different reasons. We talk to people who have had gambling addiction in their families, and you know, people have different reasons for supporting or opposing this. I think at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's whether the pros outweigh the cons or vice versa. And what we're seeing in Massachusetts specifically over the last few months is that the negative impacts are beginning to outweigh the positive impacts. And at the end of the day, I think that is, if this gets on the ballot, I think that is a decision that Massachusetts voters will have to make. You know, is this the right formula for Massachusetts? Is this the right policy? Can we do better? You know, will we be better off or worse off if this comes to pass? So I think that will be the question at the end of the day that voters will have to answer.
All right, we shall see. It should come in July. All right, Derek Barsakowski.
Correct.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.